Hi, hello viewers. Welcome to CVR English Special Edition Sports Hour Indian Premier League Season 18. After a gap, Indian Premier League is back into action. After a while of action of Indian Army on Pakistan, now Royal Challengers Bengaluru versus KKR is going to be one of the most interesting actions of today. It's a weekend, Saturday, and that too, Royal Challengers Bengaluru taking on defending champions KKR, Kolkata Knight Riders, that too in the very favorite stadium for Royal Challengers Bengaluru, which is the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. Would be one of the most interesting and most exciting contest of the new season, a kind of a new season which is going to start from today after a very small break from past few days because of the rising concerns of the conflict between India and Pakistan. Now both the teams KKR versus Royal Challengers Bengaluru are ready to face each other in Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. Both Ajinkya Rahane and as well as Rajat Patidar are ready to take on their strategies upon each team. Both the teams are very eager to face each other in today Bengaluru. Weather is also very inconstant in Bengaluru. For a while there were carpets and there were pitch covered because of the seasonal rains which is happening in Bengaluru. Let us wait and watch what would today's match would happen. Before that, let's go into deep dive of today's pre-match analysis of who are going to be selected and playing 11 of each the teams today, which is going to be one of the most interesting and exciting contest, Royal Challengers Bengaluru versus Kolkata Knight Riders, the defending champions. Now let's have a deep dive analysis of one of the favorite teams of today, Royal Challengers Bengaluru, who would be the playing 11 and who would be the key players of Royal Challengers Bengaluru today, which is going to be facing Kolkata Knight Riders, the defending champions of Indian Premier League Season 17. In Indian Premier League Season 18's today's match, Royal Challengers Bengaluru key players would be Rajat Patidar and Jacob Bethel. Well, Rajat Patidar, being the captain of the team, has the chances and has the responsibility on his shoulders to lead the match from the very front, though the openers have very good advantage to open in Chinnaswamy Stadium, as the pitch also supports the batsmen a lot. The bowlers don't have the much more advantage of taking spin and swing actions out of the pitch. The reverse swing in Chinnaswamy is one of the toughest thing to get for any bowler. Well, in situations, Chinnaswamy Stadium is considered as a paradise for every batter out there. Well, after Rajat Patidar, it's Virat Kohli. Well, Virat Kohli in this season had been performing very consistently, though his strike rate is not much as to be compared with his previous seasons, but King Kohli, after his retirement from the Test cricket, Virat Kohli has the craze of getting the people into Chinnaswamy Stadium. Well, regularly Chinnaswamy Stadium would be filled with the red flags and red jersey which represents Royal Challengers Bengaluru, but as the match is happening after the retirement of Virat Kohli's Test cricket team and international test, now today people are hoping that the stadium of Chinnaswamy would be filled with white jerseys of Virat Kohli name. Well, that's the stature of King Kohli around the world. Well, the world known athlete is going to perform in his home ground, which is Chinnaswamy Stadium. Well, after his retirement from the test, Virat Kohli is expected to play a bigger innings today in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Well, after Chinnaswamy Stadium, it's Mayank Agarwal and Jacob Bethel. Well, Jacob Bethel is an all-rounder. Well, he can also bowl, he can also bat. Well, all-rounders are considered one of the best source of getting the wickets and as well as getting the runs in this particular format of T20. The star players for any given team would be one of the most interesting and crowd pullers, but the all-rounders of the team are the real people who are the match winners for any given team, because they can contribute by bowling or by batting or by fielding or any which ways, because an all-rounder is an all-rounder and he can perform at any given position. Well, after Jacob Bethel, Mayank Agarwal is also one of the key players of RCB in the season. Mayank Agarwal has also been playing very consistently, but the young player Mayank Agarwal has to be a bit aggressive, have to perform a bit in an aggressive way so that he would be considered for the next international team. Well, after Mayank Agarwal, it's Tim David and Romero Shepherd. Well, Tim David is known for his aggressive hitting and middling the bat so well that ball straight away goes out of the stadium. Well, Tim David's advantage of slugging the ball out of the stadium would be one of the added advantages for Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the season. Tim David also had been seen very interestingly playing on the outfield of Chinnaswamy Stadium 2 days back when it was heavily raining in Chinnaswamy. He was just playing like a kid all around the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Well, after this act by Tim David, well, it seems to be Chinnaswamy is going to be the fortress for Tim David, and Tim David is going to be one of the high scorer of Royal Challengers Bengaluru today. Well, it's a very good prediction that Tim David would be performing in a huge numbers today. Well, let's wait and witness the magic, what would happen from Tim David's bat. Well, after Tim David's, it's Romero Shepherd. Romero Shepherd had delivered one of the greatest finishing of the seasons, because Romero Shepherd has hit down many bowlers in such a way that Romero Shepherd is considered as a professional batsman nowadays, especially in the last overs where the slogging of the ball would be one of the most important thing to do. Well, Shepherd has delivered to his team in the very same time. Well, that's the credibility of Shepherd, Romero Shepherd in the Royal Challengers Bengaluru dugout. Well, after Romero Shepherd, how can someone forget Krunal Pandya, all-rounder batsman for Royal Challengers Bengaluru? Krunal Pandya had been performing very well in the season after he had been backed by Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the season. Krunal Pandya had been one of the key players and one of the best performers for Royal Challengers Bengaluru in this season, especially with his unpredictable bowling action and his bowling line and length. Well, Krunal Pandya had been fantastic with the bowling side. Well, Krunal Pandya had also been better from the batting side, but Krunal Pandya was best when giving from the bowling side. Well, after Krunal Pandya, let's go into the bowling side of Royal Challengers Bengaluru. It's starting with Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Lungi Nigdi. Well, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, known as the swing king of India. Well, Bhuvneshwar had also been delivered one of the best spells of the season for Royal Challengers Bengaluru, especially after taking down few key wickets in the very first overs of the innings. Bhuvneshwar Kumar had been one of the key players for Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the season. After bagging for Royal Challengers Bengaluru in this season, Bhuvneshwar Kumar had been into a very tough time because of the pitch or because of the lack of performances in the international matches, because he haven't been given much priority in international matches nowadays. Well, after this session and after a few innings from RCB bowling side, well, the old swing king of India, the Bhuvneshwar Kumar, had been back to Royal Challengers Bengaluru, and he had been delivering in the very same way what he had been expected for. Well, after it, Yash Dayal and Suyesh Sharma. Yash Dayal is also one of the constant bowler and one of the constant performer for Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the season. Well, after a heavy season, there was a break due to escalations of India and Pakistan, but when the match is head-on-head versus KKR, defending champions, how could Yash Dayal would be silent in this match? Yash Dayal also going to be one of the key players of today's match. Well, Livingston and Philip Salt. Well, Philip Salt and Livingston are also known as one of the key batsmen and key performers for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, and as well as James Hazelwood. How can someone forget Hazelwood? Because Joe Hazelwood has been one of the constant performer for Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Hazelwood is an Australian player, well, because of his Australian mindset and aggressive gameplay. Hazelwood also be expected to play in today's match. Well, it was a very tough decision for any young captain like Rajat Patidar to pick up the playing 11 in such a very big squad where the blend of talent and experience are mixed in the same jar. Well, Rajat Patidar is going to a very hard time because of selecting the playing 11 in Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Well, after this season, the captaincy of after witnessing the captaincy of Rajat Patidar, no one can consider Rajat Patidar as a young player who is enthusiastic to be considered himself for the international cricketing sessions. Well, after the captaincy of Rajat Patidar in this season, people of BCCI are also been considering Rajat Patidar for future sessions. Well, let's hope that the young captain could get as much as exposure in the international side by wearing that jersey of Indian cricket team. Till now we have seen the key players and the would be playing 11 of Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Now let's have the key player analysis and who would be the playing 11 of Kolkata Knight Riders in today's match. And especially when the match is in Chinnaswamy, players of KKR are very hysteric to perform in today's match in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Let's have a witness of who would be the playing 11 and key players of Kolkata Knight Riders in today's match, which would be playing between Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Kolkata Knight Riders in Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. Well, Ajinkya Rahane and Narain, the two openers of Kolkata Knight Riders, seems to be one of the consistent and most interesting players of the season, as Sunil Narain being opener of Kolkata Knight Riders was an experiment by the then captain Gautam Gambhir. The experiment was a bit over successful. From then, the ruthless slogger from West Indies Sunil Narain had been promoted as the full-time opener of Kolkata Knight Riders. Since then, he had got the chance of opening for Kolkata Knight Riders. Sunil Narain had proved himself many times by giving those ruthless slogging shots for the bowlers, which went out all out of the stadium. Well, Sunil Narain had been one of the constant performers for Kolkata Knight Riders. Sunil Narain is also a mystery bowler. Sunil Narain would contribute for Kolkata Knight Riders either in bowling side or at batting side. Well, an all-rounder is considered one of the precious player for T20 any given T20 team. Well, Ajinkya Rahane, one of the best captains of Indian Test side and one of the silent and cautious players of this era. Ajinkya Rahane also had been performing in a very good way for Kolkata Knight Riders, though Ajinkya Rahane had been picked up and bagged by Kolkata Knight Riders in the last moment. Ajinkya Rahane had been performing very good in this season for Kolkata Knight Riders. After the impactful opening for KKR Knight Riders, the Ankrish Raghuvanshi is also one of the most important player for Kolkata Knight Riders in this season. Manish Pandey and Russell, well, these both players, Manish Pandey had also been one of the team winning player for Kolkata Knight Riders since many years, and Russell, the ruthless hitter of the ball, had been considered one of the toughest batsmen to face in this season. Russell can also bowl. Andrew Russell is an all-rounder for Kolkata Knight Riders, and as well as Gurbaz, the wicket keeper. Well, the three players of Kolkata Knight Riders, whether it may be Manish Pandey, whether it may be Andrew Russell, or whether it may be Gurbaz Khan. Well, if at all these three players from Kolkata Knight Riders will be constant in the match for at least 6 to 7 overs, the impact of these three players would be one of the most interesting and exciting contests to watch in today's match, which is being played between Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Kolkata Knight Riders in Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. and Brazil, the most dangerous player of Kolkata Knight Riders comes out, which is the Rinku Singh, the last batter for Kolkata Knight Riders and as well as the ruthless slogger of the ball. He comes at the end of the innings for Kolkata Knight Riders and smashes those ruthless sixes out of the stadium without any other intentions. He comes with an aggressive mindset, he plays with an aggressive mindset, he gets out of the field with the very same aggressive mindset. A player like Rinku Singh is always an added advantage for any Indian Premier League team, and especially the player like Rinku Singh is also considered as a nuclear weapon for Kolkata Knight Riders because he can be the most explosive batsman in the final overs, because the way Rinku Singh handles pressure is a very smooth thing. How to handle a pressure of a batsman like Rinku Singh? Give the very same pressure to the bowler in the very same way how he gives you. This is the strategy of Rinku Singh in the final overs of the match versus any given team. Well, after Rinku Singh, Ramandeep Singh, an all-rounding batting all-rounder, this was the batting lineup of Kolkata Knight Riders. Now let's have the view on the bowling side of Kolkata Knight Riders in this match, which is going to happening between Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Kolkata Knight Riders in Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. Well, Vaibhav Arora and Varun Chakravarti, the both important bowlers for Kolkata Knight Riders, and especially Varun Chakravarti, the mysterious spinners of Kolkata Knight Riders, had been one of the best performers and one of the most confusing bowler of this season. The way he spins the ball is one of the most beautiful way for any bowler to get delivered out. Well, after Varun Chakravarti, it's Harshit Rana and Markande. Well, Harshit Rana had also been performed against Australia in the BGT series, the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Well, Harshit Rana and Varun Chakravarti are going to be the key bowlers for Kolkata Knight Riders in today's match. The Spencer Johnson is also available. Moeen Ali is also available for Kolkata Knight Riders in today's match. Well, Moeen Ali had a chance to pick today because the pitch would be performing very indecently because of the rain which happened earlier. Well, Quinton de Kock is also one of the most important and brutal player for Kolkata Knight Riders in this season. Venkatesh Iyer is also one of the most important player for Kolkata Knight Riders in this season. By the end of the this episode of the pre-match analysis, well, this was today's episode and pre-match analysis of important match of Indian Premier League season 18, which is Royal Challengers Bengaluru versus Kolkata Knight Riders in Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. Before ending the session, let me remind everyone that please don't involve yourself in any kind of betting in this cricketing season. Be alert, don't participate yourself in any kind of betting, stay away from betting and kill betting. For such interesting and important news updates, keep watching CVR English.